Hey everyone, Doing here, doing a bit of a request video today. This one is going to be covering how to edgeguard characters with the hitbox recovery, like Roy and Corrin, and then specifically with Palutena. So, one of the things that I was talking with somebody's Nair is one of Palutena's best edgeguard tools out there. It's long, it's multi-hit, lasts forever, and it's extremely powerful too. If you trade, you can semi-spike with it, or if you just get the last hit, it's just ridiculously strong. So, against Corrin, it's really easy to get at least the spike trade with it, but against Roy, you have to make sure you do it in a very specific way. Somebody's telling me that you actually couldn't do it, but that's entirely false. Your main goal is that you want to get above and behind him, and then that way you can at least get the hit there. So there, I was able to at least get the trade, but you can do it without actually getting hit by Roy at all as well. Let me see if I can get that for you here. Jump up. And then there I faded in a little bit too early. You have to wait it out a bit longer. There you go. And back air for good measure, and then he's dead. So that's mainly the only thing that you really have to do. Is the main thing is you have to not panic and then not fade in too early. Because otherwise, then yeah, you're just gonna get hit by the FB. And the other thing too is that Roy can't really throw out a hitbox behind him to realistically ward you off. He just kind of has to go to straight, and it's super linear and easy to read. At least if you send him that far away, when he doesn't have like a jump to mix it up, like he has to save it or something like that. The other thing too that Palutena has that's amazing is obviously most of you should know that Palutena has a basically on her back air. So as long as you get the timing correctly, you can actually just power through the entirety of his FB. There. About to refresh. And her back air is actually, the invincibility on it is long enough that you can actually go through even Corrin's back air too. So I think this is probably the best way to edgeguard. Just grab ledge, drop down, and then fade into the stage so that way you have time to prep up your back air. Because the back air isn't the fastest move in the world. It's just, you know, it's got the invincibility and it's controller messed up the input. I try to just do drop down there, but I'm good at standing get up instead. A little bit too late there. Oh my god, I hit down! Stop. There we go. And at that point, he should have recovered on stage, but that's the main basic idea. So you can do that not only to Roy, but you can also do it to Corrin as well. I'll show that off after this. This one more time. So grab ledge, back air, and then that's all you really have to do. The time for it's not really too strict either. It's just that you do need to practice it to make sure that you don't get hit by the blazer itself. And then I'll show it off against Corrin as well. If you do look at the hitboxes, I believe Corrin's is like slightly larger than Roy's, but back air will go straight through it as well. The other thing too that I'll show off, for those who don't know, that it's very easy to trade and get the spike hitbox of Nair against Corrin's recovery. I don't know why it is. I'm gonna set up, but it's just a fact. And I think 75 should do it. So there. Ooh, okay, yeah, one high. There you go. See, you can just go straight right through it. Like at that point, I'm pretty sure that the hitbox actually came out. I think. It looked like the wings extended. Unless I was like a bit early and I hit it before the hitbox did. Yeah, that time I made sure to wait. So yeah, as you can see, you can literally just back air straight through it, and you don't have to worry about that at all. So obviously, getting that timing down I think is probably the best thing you can do. But the other thing you can do is just jump above in Nair, and for some odd reason it's just always going to hit Corrin. The main time it's better to use Nair is if, obviously, if she's like lower. So that way if you do get the hitbox, or if she's farther away, she can't recover. So make sure you go kind of deep and you can just read where they want to use their up B. If you just kind of shark above Corrin with it, then she doesn't really have the air mobility to get away from you, so that's something you can abuse. That's right. Shark. There. Ah. That was actually the first time I've actually seen it go through. I think, because the thing is, because the hitbox, I think, is mostly the staff, it changes, so there might be a little part where it actually won't work, but yeah, there you have it. That's how you go through edge guards like Corrin and Roy with Palutena.